Hey, welcome back to day 2 of talking about stress. Sounds like an exciting topic, you know. Today, let's talk about how stress affects the brain. It can influence cognitive function, memory, and our mental health. So stress is not just a physical response. It also has a significant impact on our mental and emotional well-being. It can shape how we think, how we feel, and how we react to the world around us. When we experience stress, the brain releases and our body releases a lot of different hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And those things prepare us for immediate action. And that's helpful in short bursts, like when we're in a dangerous situation and need to react quickly. Chronic stress, however, has different effects altogether on the brain. When cortisol levels remain elevated over time, it can actually cause changes to brain structure and function. So, one of the key areas affected by chronic stress is the hippocampus. It's a region of the brain responsible for memory and learning. High levels of cortisol can shrink our hippocampus. That leads to problems with memory retention and recall. So that's why you might find it difficult to remember things or stay focused during stressful periods of life. Over time, that effect can actually contribute to more serious cognitive issues like dementia. Chronic stress also affects an area of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. That's an area that's involved in our decision-making, emotional regulation, and problem-solving. So when stress is prolonged, the prefrontal cortex becomes less effective at controlling impulses and regulating emotions. That makes it harder to stay calm, to think clearly, or to make rational decisions. So that can lead to feelings like frustration, irritability, and even cause some impulse control issues. Another area of the brain that's affected is called the amygdala. This is the brain's emotion center. Under chronic stress, the amygdala becomes hyperactive and hypersensitive. It heightens the brain's fear response. This can make people who are prone to anxiety and panic even more prone to those things. Essentially, a hyperactive amygdala can make the brain more reactive to everyday stressors. It intensifies our feelings of fear or worry. So the combined effects on these different areas of the brain help to explain why people experiencing chronic stress are more likely to struggle with mental health conditions, especially things like anxiety, depression, and even PTSD. Persistent stress alters the balance of neurotransmitters in our brain, like serotonin and dopamine. That can play a crucial role in mood regulation and make things go awry. When these chemicals are out of balance, it can lead to feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and constant worry. Okay, so that's what can go wrong. What can we do to mitigate the effects of stress on the brain? First and foremost, and this is probably my answer for just about everything, the first thing to do is to exercise. Physical activity helps to lower cortisol levels. It releases endorphins, which improve mood and enhance cognitive function. Second, practice mindfulness or meditation. Those things have been shown to help reduce the activity of the amygdala, and they can increase connectivity in the prefrontal cortex. That makes it easier to manage stress and keep your emotions in balance. And then third, prioritize sleep. That's so essential for brain health. Sleep allows the brain to repair and detoxify. It helps to reverse some of the damage caused by stress. And finally, just build a strong support network. It's important to have engaging social activities. Those things can help buffer the effects of stress. It provides emotional support, and it reduces feelings of isolation. Look, understanding how stress affects the brain should be empowering. It lets us take proactive steps to protect our mental health. Next episode, we're going to talk about the link between stress and our heart, cardiovascular health, and how chronic stress can increase the risk of heart disease. I'll see you then.